beauties. Hi everyone. Oh my gosh, you guys. Whew, I was just trying to go live on here, but the lighting in my house right now was so bad because it's raining. I couldn't find a good place, but this lighting works. So yeah, oh my gosh, you guys. So you can tell by the title of this live that I have some really exciting stuff to talk about, but I have officially lived in New York for 1 year. One whole year, you guys. That's so crazy. That's honestly insane to me. You don't even understand because I've wanted to live in New York for so long, since I was like little. When I was 16, my mom took me on a trip here. I was obsessed with New York as a kid. All of the TV shows I watched and loved, the people lived in New York. So I always wanted to live here. And I also work in the beauty industry, as you guys know. So it was just like a perfect fit for me. So let me explain my journey, my story a little bit to you. Let me just jump into it. So I'm from Florida originally. If you've been following me for a while, then you already know that. But if you're new, I am originally from Florida, and like I said, moved to New York last year. Really to pursue my dreams of working in the beauty industry, and also just because I've always wanted to live here, to be honest with you. So my husband and I in 2017 saved and we worked really hard, and we moved ourselves up here with our son, and we never looked back. So yeah, this video that I'm making is a live video, obviously, but this is going to be something I know I'm going to look back on, something I really want to make, and just talk about my journey here. So this is going to be all about living in New York, the first year, what it was like, and all that good stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so last year I got on a plane, and then we landed just about the time it is right now that I'm doing this live, which is 11:30. This is the time that we landed pretty much. I remember being on the plane, and when we got into New York, like on the plane, you can see all the buildings, like the Empire State Building, Statue of Liberty, all that stuff. And I remember just like crying my eyes out, because when you have a dream or a goal that you want to attain, and it's something big, and then you achieve it, it's just such a crazy feeling. And I was so filled with emotions. It was so crazy, and I'm so thankful that I was given this opportunity and able to make this opportunity happen. So we landed, and it just felt crazy. And for like the first couple weeks, it was really weird living here. New York obviously is a lot different than where I'm from, and we had to learn a lot of new ways of living. So for example, we sold our car, and we take the train everywhere. So in Florida, you take your car everywhere. There's not really any public transportation. I think there's like one bus where I live. I don't even know how that bus works. But here, it's pretty much all public transportation, and a lot of people use public transportation. Like, I think everybody pretty much in New York uses public transportation. And it's great. It's really nice. So we had to figure out the subway system, which, when you're not from here, is a little confusing. Once you get it, you get it. You feel me? But when I first moved here, I was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea how I'm ever going to get anywhere. I'm totally going to get lost all the time. I thought it was going to take me more time than it did to figure out the subway system, but it really only took me a couple of weeks to figure out, like, and feel comfortable in, and know like if one subway, or yeah, if like one train is down, like what train to take if that train's down. It really only took a few weeks to figure out, and I can say now, after living here for a year, I feel very confident taking the subway. I actually enjoy it very much. It's kind of relaxing to me for the most part. If you're able to sit, it's really not like, you know, a big deal or anything to me. So I actually like the subway. So that was the first big adjustment we had to make when we moved from Florida to New York, was the whole car situation, which I would say is not a big deal. So if you're somebody who's trying to move somewhere where you're getting rid of a car and you're gonna rely on public transportation, if you set your mind to it, it's not that big of a deal, and it's actually kind of nice not to have a car payment, insurance payment, any of that stuff. And I enjoy taking the train. I don't really take the bus. That's one thing I haven't learned at all. I think I've taken the bus twice. But if I needed to take the bus, I could, and I could probably figure out where I'm going because, yeah, it's just trial and error. So, yeah, that's the first big thing. That was like the biggest thing, I think. The second thing is we don't have any in-house laundry. So we don't have a laundry machine in our apartment. We have one in like our building, but we don't have one in our apartment, which is fine. But when you are used to an amenity like that, where I'm from, every apartment we ever lived in had washer and dryer. So when you move, it's like kind of different, you know? You have to plan a little more in advance. Like you plan your laundry day, you have to take all your clothes downstairs, bring them up, and it's just something to get used to. Again, is it a big deal? No, but it's something you get used to, and you have to pay for the laundry. You know, normally we would just pay for the laundry detergent and stuff. I don't know why I couldn't think of the name of that. Normally you just pay for the laundry detergent, but now you gotta pay to wash your clothes, so that's an added expense. But again, it's like what, a couple bucks to wash a load of laundry, so it's not really that serious. But again, something to consider if you're moving somewhere where they don't have in-house laundry, I guess. I should just make this up if you're moving to New York video. But you know, there's plenty of places where they don't, not every apartment has laundry in-house, so you have to like adjust to that. So like those I think were like the biggest adjustments. I know that's like silly. Oh, climate change, duh, hello. I grew up in Southwest Florida. There's literally no winter. We're lucky if it gets to the 50s, if it gets to the 50s, and when it does, everyone acts, no one knows how to act when it gets to the 50s in Florida. Let's put it that way, right? No one knows how to act. Everyone loses their mind because they think they're going to die because it's so cold to them. I was one of those people, but I enjoy cold weather, which is the nice thing. I like when it would get in the 50s. I like to pull out my boots, my scarf, all that stuff, and trust me, 50 degrees, now that I've lived here in New York, 50 degrees is warm, okay? Warm. You heard me correctly, warm. I'm serious. I have learned a lot since living here. So the weather was a big thing. When we got off the plane, I remember walking outside. Now, this is kind of like a nice thing that happened. So right before I moved, we had a huge cold front in Florida, right? So it was like actually in like the 40s, which is like bizarre for Florida. Also freezing for Florida. So it was cold to us, right? Which means it was even colder in New York though. It was like 40 in Florida, but like 15 in New York. So when we got off the plane, the wind hit my face. Oh, it was so cold. But again, you adjust, you get used to it. And now that I've lived here a year, this winter, people are saying it's not that bad of a winter too though, so that might be part of it. But when it got cold this winter, I wasn't feeling like, oh my gosh, it's so cold, I don't know what to do. I was actually feeling good. I have the right winter clothes, and I'm loving winter. Winter's my favorite time of the year. Winter, fall. I don't mind spring, summer. I hate being hot and sweaty. I just don't like it. I feel like it's gross. I feel like I smell during the summertime because I'm always sweating. That's the only thing about New York I don't like is the summer, because since you take public transportation everywhere, it gets hot down in the subways, you know? And if the subway trains don't have AC, whoo! It's no fun. That is no fun. But again, is it the end of the world? No. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so like the weather situation, I had to adjust to that. But to me, that wasn't a big deal. Luckily, I like cold weather. If you're somebody who does not like cold weather, I don't really know what to say, because you shouldn't be moving somewhere where it's going to be cold, because, I mean, if you don't like cold weather, why would you do that to yourself? You know what I mean? Okay, so let's see. So that was like big adjustments, except for the laundry. That like really wasn't a big deal. I would say other than that, overall, the lifestyle of where I was from in Florida to the lifestyle of New York is completely different. New York is fast-paced, hustle. Everybody's moving a million miles per minute. Nobody stops. It's go, go, go. And that's fine. I love that. That's one of the other reasons I wanted to move here, is because I like the idea of a city life. I like that. Where I was from, it wasn't like that. But I definitely had to get used to just like living a little bit differently, walking faster. How I even do my grocery shopping is different. It's just so crazy to me. It's just crazy. And so last year for me, I feel like my first year of living here in New York for me was a lot of establishing myself, figuring out New York, trying to understand the ups and downs of it, the commuting, the traveling, all that. I feel like that's how my first year of New York was. So coming into my second year of living here, now I feel like I don't need to establish myself. I'm prepared. I'm ready. I'm a New Yorker. That's how I feel, right? And I feel good. I feel really, really good. This year is going to be really good to me. And I'm not letting anyone take that from me. I'm not letting anyone speak about it any differently than that to me. I have learned that when you speak something into existence, it will come true at some point. It doesn't mean I'm gonna say I want $1 million, I'm gonna get it tomorrow. But when you manifest things in your life and when you speak things into existence, down the line, they will come true and you will get those things. You just have to believe in yourself and you have to live your life as if you already have those things. I've wanted to live in New York since I was young. I dreamt about it all the time. All the time. I always thought about living here. And every time I spoke about it, anything, I knew one day I would live here, and I do. And it wasn't because I got lucky. It was because we worked hard and because I spoke those things into existence. So I think it's really important that seeing my dreams come to life has made me realize that it's really important to speak out what I want from my life. And this year is going to be a great year. That's one of those things that I'm speaking out. And I'm going to make it a great year. So many good things have already happened. It's only been 1 week and I feel amazing. I feel great. I've been reminiscing about last year living in New York. It's every time I say living in New York, it's just so crazy to me because I miss my family, obviously, but I don't miss where I was from at all. I'm very, very happy here and I just feel good. So yeah. 1 year, you guys. I know I've been kind of rambling, but like I said, this video is kind of more for myself. Obviously, I love connecting with you, and also I just want to share my life with you guys. And these live videos are a really good way of me doing them, unedited, unfiltered, uncut, all that good stuff. People like it raw. So yeah, I'm so happy. So I'm curious. Leave a comment down below. Let me know where you're from and if you've ever made a big move to another state. If where you're currently living is because you made a big move, any sort of big move, and what it was like for you. Was it scary? Did you enjoy it? All that stuff. Because as much as I was excited to live here in New York, it was also really scary because there's always that fear that I'm gonna fail and what do I do? I'm in a state where I have no friends or family anywhere near me. I don't know anyone here. I mean, I know people that live in New York, but like acquaintances. I don't have like my BFF next door, you know? I kind of do actually. It's kind of funny. I'll share a little story with you guys. I know this is like almost 15 minutes, but this is important stuff to me. So, my childhood best friend, actually, she lives in Jersey, right? She was going to college up there, and we were talking, and when I told her I was moving to New York, she was so happy for me because we used to watch Gossip Girl when we were in high school, and you know, they live in New York. We always would talk about New York all the time when we were kids. And what are the chances that we both live up here? I mean, she lives in Jersey, but same difference, you know, you're not that far away. What are the chances? And now we've been going to New York together, you know, walking around the city together, just doing things in New York. And it's so surreal to me sometimes because it's just like, this is the stuff I wanted to do since I was a kid and it's happening. I don't know. So if you have a dream, if you have a goal, anything you want in life, you need to speak it out into existence. Make it come true for yourself. And don't let other people tell you that you cannot do something. I cannot tell you the amount of people that told me, you'll never make it in New York, you'll go broke, how are you going to live there? Negative, negative, negative. That's all I hear is negativity. If people are telling you you cannot do something and they're speaking negative to your life, run. Run. Do not let people put their negative thoughts in your mind because they're scared. You know what I mean? You don't need to be scared. If you truly believe in yourself and truly believe that you'll be successful, do it. Do it. Take the risk. Move to a different state. Go to a different college. Whatever you need to do. Buy a car. I don't know. I don't know what your dreams are, what you want. Manifest it. Speak it into existence. Write it down. Make a goal list. Make a dream board. Do it. and watch your dreams come true. I am telling you, it will happen. I have seen it multiple times happen in my life. And every time something that I plan and something I want comes true, I'm in shock because I just can't believe that simply by saying what I want, believing in it, putting in the work, it happens. And people are so scared, but if you believe in yourself, honestly, you can achieve anything in this world. So yeah, 1 year I've lived here in New York City. 1 year full of new challenges, new faces, new places, and 1 year of absolute happiness. So I'm so happy that I've been here for a year and I made it. And trust me when I say a lot more is coming. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.